Ethan is just trying to chill out, maybe do the little jet skis or whatnot. Here come Cameron trying to bring him on in terms of fucking around with escorts and shit. Like, that was just wild. Hey, what's going on, folks? Another episode of Just My Opinion with Ryan, aka Ryan Reviews Everything. And yeah, we are here with another episode discussing White Lotus. This is episode 3. And damn it, I know it's late, but hey, better late than never. Been on the move. As you can see, I'm not in my usual location. So let's get into it, man. I really, of course, as I said in the previous episodes, the double date couple, that's really the biggest draw in my opinion. I feel like that's really the biggest beef. And yeah, for what it's worth, man, we definitely saw a lot in that. It's definitely some cracks in that, strong marriage armor between Daphne and Cameron. And we see that, without necessarily wanting to, but Ethan and his wife, Harper, they're really seeing how, these two people really get down. Daphne is out here playing childish games, booking extravagant stays at these, historical ancient, villas or whatever you want to call it, just because, her and Cameron bump heads. And she brought Harper in it by saying, "Hey, we're just gonna stay here for the night." And likewise with Ethan. Ethan is just trying to chill out, maybe do the little jet skis or whatnot. Here come Cameron trying to bring him on in terms of fucking around with escorts and shit. Like, that was just wild. And yeah, man, and definitely I'm not gonna try to have some stand on my high horse speech, but sometimes you gotta, watch what type of friends you really hang around, especially if they could be a negative influence. Not like, granted, these are grown men, so peer pressure shouldn't be an issue. The older you get, in my opinion, I feel like even if people just, call you a chump or whatever the case is, as a grown man, you should have, the backbone just to be like, yeah, I'm good on that. I'm chilling. And once again, I'm not, downing Ethan. Once again, this is not some stand on my high horse thing, because it's just a lesson that you got to watch what type of friends you really kick it with, especially for those who want to be a negative influence. I mean, I think at one point Cameron was like acting like, yeah, cheating on your wife is part of the game, man. That's what you do, and we're also getting the hints that, Cameron is even a little bit of a darker person. Like, Daphne is talking to Harper when they're staying at that historical place, and Daphne is telling Harper, like, yeah, the friends Cameron hangs around, they're real vultures. Like, they get dirty, just because they can, just because they're powerful people. So with that bit of information, I do fear that even though Cameron and Ethan were college friends, I do feel like Cameron clearly has something else up his sleeves that could essentially screw Ethan over. We definitely see, like, when it was just the guys hanging out and the girls hanging out, you definitely see that Cameron is trying to put a bug in his ear to, like, get with them on some deals financially. So, in terms of business. So I'm rooting for Ethan. I think Ethan is definitely one of my favorite characters of this season so far. So far with these 3 episodes in. And the other storyline that really jumped out with me in this particular episode has to be this awkward energy between Albie and Portia now. I think it strikes me because, I've been there before in terms of Albie. You got the nice guy role going on, and when you try to get out your comfort zone to show that you can be as a rebel, you can be spontaneous, shit just comes off as forced, and you just look even weirder. So I kind of cringed at that point because, granted, I wasn't in Italy, but I cringed at that point because it was kind of like looking at a mirror. In certain points in my life, high school, early college, or whatever, and it's just like, ugh, Let me fast forward through this. So I feel for Albie, man. I've been there before. You know, and of course we have Tanya Hunt, I believe her name is, played by Jennifer Coolidge. Still definitely one of the most miserable women on the series. And of course, this is you know, definitely, I guess you could say, kind of like dry comedy here and there, or satire. It's probably a better way to put it. But yeah, man. Yeah, Tanya is just a miserable person. That's really all I got to say about that. She, of course, is spiraling even worse now that her husband is leaving her because he claims his business, but clearly he's cheating on her. I'm still rolling with that. I don't think that's a hot take. I think it's written, unless that's going to be like a hell of a misdirection if I'm wrong, or if anyone thinking that it's not cheating. That's quite the misdirection. But yeah, because of Tanya's you know, just spur of the moment cranky attitudes or neediness, makes me feel, you know, that, you know, all the more, you know, that much more sorry when it comes to Portia and what she has to put up with. And finally, you know, we definitely have well, yeah, in terms of the escorts, yeah, they literally just jump from my guy from Sopranos, I think his name is Michael in this show, and they hop on with the two married guys, you know, and clearly, even with that, Cameron knew what it was. Cameron is out there trying to get it in. He's having sex with the one who is more comfortable being an escort, clearly, and you got to clap it up for Ethan. I mean, he was faced with that type of temptation, and to say that the worst that happened is, you know, a kiss. Granted, I know that could still be considered disrespectful in your marriage, but for what it's worth, at least it didn't go further than the kiss, you know. So we have that as well. I really enjoy this series. It is some funny and interesting drama of a TV show that I look forward to every Sunday. That's just what it is, man. Hey, is there anybody else I'm missing? I think that's really everybody. I mean, the grandfather is still just the grandfather who comes off like this innocent goofball, but when he's talking to, you know, his son, you know, he definitely lets you know that he's been there before. He probably been on some play shit, you know, once upon a time. So yeah, man, I really enjoy it. I'm looking forward to it. It's coming out again this Sunday, episode 4. Definitely got to see what the reaction is when the women get back to their men, and seeing at least how Ethan carries himself. So, love it or hate it, folks. These are just my opinions. Peace. She's been the best example of a mom.